Magandang araw uli sa inyo lahat. Kamusta po kayong lahat? Siyempre, excited na tayo sa pagpapatuloy ng ating RPMS serye 2023. Tama po. We are now starting our videos para po makatulong sa pagbuo ng ating RPMS portfolio for this school year. So, I would like to welcome you back again sa ating channel. Yay! So, para po sa mga bago pa lang sa channel na ito, salamat po sa pagbisita. And don't forget to hit that like button kung nagustuhan niyo po ang ating video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell para po lagi kayong updated sa ating mga bagong videos. Dahil simula po ng ating nakaraang video, tuloy-tuloy na po itong ating RPMS serye 2023. Kaya po dapat lagi kayong updated dahil unti-unti nating ipapaliwanag at unti-unti nating bubuuhin ang ating RPMS portfolio 2023 using these tutorial videos. Pero syempre, bago ang lahat, umpisahan natin ang ating video sa ating mga pa-shoutout. Natuwa ako kasi yung unang video natin ng RPMS 2023 video, ang dami ko nakuhang mga comments at saka na-miss ko yung mga yung mga audiences natin sa RPMS serye. Na-miss ko kayong lahat kaya shoutout ko to. Kung medyo hindi kayo masyadong masaya sa pa-shoutout, pwede nyo na pong i-skip to at diretso na tayo sa ating video proper. Pero, let me do it para sa ating pong mga suking subscriber. Unahin ko na ang pagbate ni Ma'am Jenaline Ceballo. Ayan, sabi niya, regards Teacher Rock. Hello po, Ma'am Jenna. Si Ma'am Jenna po ay Master Teacher 2 sa aming paaralan. Ayan, kumusta po kayong lahat? Miss ko na po kayong lahat sa ating paaralan. Na-miss ko na, sabi niya sa akin, na-miss niya na daw yung yung pagka may mga inset na nagtotok ako. Meron akong pa-speaker kineme, diba? Siyempre, ako kaya, maikwento ko lang ako kaya ang nag-iisang MT1 sa paaralan namin.
Sana all.
Isang makaderang teacher 1 sa aming paaralan. Kaya, namimiss ko na yung mga pa-speaker kineme na ganyan pag may mga inset. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Another comment from Ma'am Gina Umipon. Sabi niya, thank you, Teacher Rocky. Waiting for RPMS serye. God bless and more power. Thank you din po. At ito na ang ating RPMS serye. Mag-uumpisa na, magsasawa na kayo sa pagmumukha ni Teacher Rocky dahil sa ating RPMS serye 2023. Another one from Kitina Dizon. Sana nababanggit ko ng tama yung mga names nyo kasi parang profile name yung lumalabas dito sa akin eh. Sabi niya, thank you ma'am, hindi mo kami nakakalimutan. Of course, hindi ko po kayo makakalimutan. Kayo po yung nagbigay sa akin ng 23,500 na subscribers. Paano ko naman kayo makakalimutan? Sobrang thankful po ako hanggat ako'y nag-YouTube. Kayo po at sa inyo po ako may utang na loob. Maraming salamat po. Another one from Lady Marie. Thank you, Teacher Rocky. Sabi niya, salamat din po. And we also have from Ma'am Wilma Sevilla. Thank you po, Teacher Rocky, and enjoy po. God bless po. Maraming salamat. God bless you all din po. Thank you so much. Another one from Sir Elpert J. Jacinto. Sana nababanggit ko ng tama. Anyway, sabi niya po ay, Teacher Rocky, napakalaking tulong po ito para sa amin. Maraming salamat po. Ako po ay masigasig yung taga-subaybay. Simula pa last year. God bless po lagi. Ingat po kayo. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much po. I owe you a lot yung ating mga suking taga-subaybay. Tagapag-subaybay. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. And I will make sure na I will be of help again sa inyong lahat. At para sa mga bago nating subscriber, watch out our videos kasi pinipilit ko pong gawing pinakasimpleng paraan at pinakamasayang paraan ang pagbubuo natin ng ating RPMS portfolio para hindi naman ito maging burden para sa ating lahat. Next one, another one from Myla Butak. Thank you, Teacher Rocky. Waiting po sa mga video nyo sa mga video niyo po. God bless po always. Thank you so much po. And then, from Ma'am Euphemia Dolores, thank you for the update. You're welcome po. From Ma'am Nance Tugnao. Hello, Ma'am Nance Tugnao. Namiss ko na to. Ito yung ating mga suki sa ating mga sa ating RPMS series last time. Thank you, Ma'am. Salamat din po for coming back to my channel. Thank you. Another one is from Ma'am Lorna Patalinghug. Thank you again, sabi niya. And then we also have from Ma'am Mariel Lagarto. Thank you po. You're welcome po. And another suki ko. Ito si Ma'am Grace Irene Rebuyas. Hello, Ma'am Grace. Kamusta na kayo sa inyong paaralan? Thanks po kahit nasa New Zealand ka na. Still nag-update ka pa rin about RPMS. Oo naman. Lagi inaabangan ko talaga tong update ng RPMS because I wanted to share with you how to do it. Gusto ko uling maging bahagi ng inyong pagbubuo ng RPMS portfolio for this school year. And then we also have Leia Hehera. Sabi niya, salamat po. You're welcome po. And then we also have from Vicky Danao. Thank you, Ma'am Rocky. You're welcome po. And another one from Ma'am Grace Irene Rebuyas. Good po, Teacher Rocky. O, tinan mo, 2 beses pa siya nag-comment dun sa isang video na yun. Thank you so much po. And last but not the least, si Ma'am Jopina Saure. Hello, Ma'am Jopina. Kamusta kayo sa paaralan nyo? Thank you so much. Sabi niya, good day, Ma'am Rocky. Thank you for the update. You're welcome po. I'm very honored and privileged na pinapanood niyo po yung ating mga tutorial, especially the RPMS series. And speaking of RPMS series, without further ado, let us start our RPMS series 2023. For this video, we will discuss the whole RPMS tool for Proficient Teachers, that is Teacher 1 to 3, according to the DepEd Memorandum 008 Series of 2023. So, isa-summarize muna natin dito sa isang video na to. Pero magkakaroon tayo ng different videos for each objective, katulad ng ginawa natin dati. Iisa-isahin natin para mas madali nating maintindihan at mas madali nating magawa. So let us start discussing RPMS tool for Teacher 1 to 3, Proficient Teachers for school year 2022 to 2023. Okay? So gusto ko mag-umpisa to focus on Figure 5 of the DepEd Memorandum 008 Series of 2023. So, for this Figure 5, this is the schedule and distribution of classroom observable indicators across quarters for Proficient Teachers for school year 2022 to 2023 and then the succeeding school year pa. Pero mag-focus muna tayo dito sa year 1. So, meron tayong 9 classroom observable indicators. Ayan, siyam po yan. Pero, nakatanggap ako ng isang mahiwagang tanong, lahat po ba ng indicators na yan ay i-observe during classroom observation? Well, according to this diagram, according to this figure, ayan, maliwanag naman na sinasabi na for the third quarter, kasi sa ating year 1, we are only required 2 classroom observation, di ba po? Sabi yan sa DepEd Memorandum. Ayan, malinaw yan. For school year 2022-2023, only 2 classroom observations are required, which shall be conducted in the last 2 quarters. So, isa para sa third quarter and isa para sa fourth quarter since this DepEd Memorandum just recently released. Kaka-release lang. Pero sa mga susunod na taon, that's for 2023 to 24 and 24 to 25, 4 na po na classroom observation ang i-require, which shall be conducted once every quarter. So, maliwanag yan. So, for this school year, ang hihingin lang sa atin ay 2 classroom observation. So, in these 2 classroom observation, hindi po lahat ay i-rate. Hindi po lahat ay i-observe. Ayan po, nakalagay po sa ating matrix. So, sa ating classroom observation for third quarter, ang i-rate lang po is yung indicators 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hindi po kailangang i-rate ang 7, 8, and 9 para sa third quarter. Para naman po sa fourth quarter, ang i-rate lang ay classroom observable indicators 1, 2, 3 uli, and then 7, 8, 9. So, kung mapapansin nyo, walang 4, 5, 6. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating indicator 1, 2, and 3 ay dalawa po ang gagamitin natin para sa ating score computation. Pero yung 4, 5, 6, isa lang po. And then 7, 8, 9, isa lang po. Ayan, di ba? Ang liwanag naman sa ating diagram. So, for the third quarter, 6 na, a total of 6 classroom observable indicators lang ang kailangan natin. And parehas din sa fourth quarter, 6 lang po na total classroom observable indicators ang kailangan natin. Ayan, malinaw. Ang malabo po, nagkaroon ako ng confusion dito sa part na, ayan, the summary ng RPMS tool for school year 2022 to 2023. Wherein nakalagay for objective 1, 2, and 3, 4 na number of MOVs ang ilalagay natin. And then sa 4, 5, 6, 7, which is also classroom observation, tigda 2. So, bakit po naging 4 at 2? Samantalang nakalagay dito sa figure 5, 2 lang ang 1, 2, and 3. Tapos, tigi-isa lang yung 4, 5, 6 at saka 7, 8, 9. Medyo nalituang ako doon. Kasi kung titingnan nyo dito sa RPMS tool, ayan, sa baba, sa computation of score, sample computation, 4 ang hiningi na rating sheet. Score sa ating 4 na rating sheet ang kinompute. Bakit kaya nagkaroon ng ganon? Tingnan natin yung objective number 4. Ayan, objective number 4 yan, 2 ang hinihingi. Samantalang nakalagay sa figure 5, isa lang. Kasi nga, diba, we are only required 2 classroom observation for this school year. Hindi ko alam kung saan banda nagkaroon ng pagkukulang, pagkakamali. Kung depende po ito sa magiging discussion nyo sa inyong paaralan. Pero I hope na mai-reach out nyo ang ating mga master teachers and raters. What are you going to do with this? Are we going to be required for objective 1, 2, 3 sa computation, and then 2 sa 4, 5, 6, 7? Because kung yun ang i-require sa atin, that will result to 4. 4 ang magiging classroom observation natin kung ganon. Which is against the DepEd memorandum which said that only 2 classroom observations are required for this school year. So siguro, I personally think na dito nagkaroon ng pagkukulang, dito nagkaroon ng pagkakamali. Dapat siguro to, dito sa bandang summary na yan, ayan, ang objective 1, 2, 3, 2 lang. And then the other classroom observable indicators ay isa lang for this school year. Yun ang aking pagkakaintindi po. But, pwede nyo po itong i-raise itong question na to. Tama-tama, meron tayong inset ngayon na ongoing. Pwede nyo po itong i-raise itong question na to during the LAC session or the inset. But I would like to stick to what the DepEd memorandum said na 2 lang na classroom observation ang i-require. Kaya, etong figure 5 ang ating susundin, wherein sa third quarter, 6 lang ang ating kailangan na rating. That's for indicator 1 to 6. And then 6 din sa fourth quarter, which is indicator 1 to 3 and 7 to 9. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pagdating dito sa ating summary, dapat 2 lang yung yung objective, para sa objective 1 to 3, 2 lang na MOVs ang i-require sa atin. At isa lang dun sa iba pang classroom observable indicators. Okay? So, you can discuss that. Pwede kayong mag-comment dito sa ating comment box. kung ano po ang naging usapan sa inyong school, ano po ang inyong pagkakaintindi dito. I can accept suggestions, corrections, ano po, kung ano po ang inyong saloobin at paano nyo po pinaplanong i-implement itong ating RPMS tool for school year 2022 to 2023. Kasi po, kung titingnan natin tong RPMS tool for Teacher 1 to 3, school year 23 to 24, that's next school year na po. Kung titingnan natin yung summary, puntahan natin yung summary ha. Diba, for next school year, we will be required 4 classroom observation for each quarter. I mean, 1 for each quarter. Kaya a total of 4 classroom observation. So, dito sa summary, which is correct, ayan, objective 1 to 3 ay 4 ang kailangan nating MOVs. Tapos, 2 dun sa iba pang classroom observable indicators. Which is tama. Kasi 4 yung ating i-require dyan. Ayan, malinaw dito sa figure 5 for year 2. Ayan, 4 ang indicators 1 to 3. That's for every quarter. Samantalang yung 4, 5, 6 will only be rated on the first quarter and third quarter. And then 7, 8, 9 will only be rated for the second quarter and fourth quarter. A total of 6 for each quarter. So, ayan, maliwanag yan. Kasi 4 yung ating rene-require. Bakit parehas ang required MOVs, ang re-require nilang MOVs para dito sa year 2023, 22 to 23. Bakit parehas lang? Samantalang we're only required 2 classroom observation for this school year. So, dito siguro nagkaroon ng pagkakamali. So, I would like to stick to the guidelines na 2 classroom observation lang ang re-require for this school year. And to this figure, for year 1, ayan lang po. 2 lang ang ating required MOVs for indicators 1, 2, 3. And then, tigi-isa lang for 4 up to 9. Okay, so let us start discussing RPMS tool for Teacher 1 to 3 Proficient Teachers for school year 2022 to 2023. Okay, umpisahan natin sa KRA1, Content, Knowledge, and Pedagogy. Objective number 1. Applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas. So, ang means of verification po natin dito is yung ating classroom observation tool, rating sheet, or inter-observer agreement form. Katulad po ng dati, pag isa lang ang nagre-rate sa atin, isa lang ating observer, we use the rating sheet. Pag po 2 or more observer po, we use the inter-observer agreement form kung saan ina-average po ng bawat observer ang kanilang individual rating sheet para po makuha natin ang ating score. Okay? So, for this objective, ang i-rate po ay ang quality and efficiency ng ating means of verification, yung ating classroom observation tool. So, sa quality, under the quality, makakakuha ka ng 5 na score kung 7 ang binigay sa iyo na score. Makakakuha ka ng 4 or very satisfactory kung 6 ang score mo, and satisfactory, which is equivalent to 3 if you only got 5, and if you only got 4, you get 2 sa ating score, and then only 1 po sa ating performance indicator if you were given level 3 sa ating classroom observation. Ano po? For the efficiency naman, you will get 5 if your objective was met within the allotted time. Kung yung objective, yung applied knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas, ay naisagawa mo within the allotted time ng iyong classroom observation, you get 5. You get 3 naman if the objective was met but instruction exceeded the allotted time. Lumagpas yung lesson or yung lesson proper. Lumagpas sa allotted time. And then 1 point kung wala kang naipakitang evidence. Okay, so dito, makikita natin that performance indicators is quality and efficiency. Pero, ayan, sa baba, notes. PPST Resource Package Module 1 offers illustrative and instructive information that can help ratees achieve the objective. So, pupuntahan natin yan sa ating mga susunod na mga videos. Ano po? Number 2, in computing the rating for quality, get the corresponding RPMS 5-point scale rating of each COT rating. So, kukunin natin yung equivalent. And then, calculate the average of the RPMS ratings. And then, find the transmuted RPMS rating. See sample computation below. So, nakalagay nga dito, 4 na rating sheet. Pero, we'll only focus on 2 rating sheet. 2 rating sheet lang po tayo, for quarter 3 and quarter 4. Kung mapapansin nyo, tiningnan dito, COT rating. So, halimbawa, si teacher nakakuha ng 6 sa rating sheet. So, ang 6 ay equivalent to 4. Tapos, sa kanyang pangalawang rating sheet, nakakuha uli siya ng COT rating na 5, which is equivalent to 3. Ito total lang po yun. I-average lang po yun. So, 4 plus 3 is 3.5. Which is, ang average po ay 3.5, kung titingnan natin sa RPMS rating transmutation table, is equivalent to very satisfactory o 4. Question, hindi po kinumpute yung efficiency. Yes. So, maliwanag dyan sa sample computation, hindi kasama sa computation yung score sa efficiency. So, bakit linagyan pa to ng efficiency? Hindi ko rin po kayang sagutin yun. Pero this is the sample computation. Ano po? Hindi sinama sa sample computation ang efficiency. Quality lang po ang tiningnan. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Paano niyo yung ginawa? Pero I'm only basing my explanation according to what we have here in the RPMS tool. Okay, let's proceed to Objective 2, under KRA 1 pa rin po. Used a range of teaching strategies that enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy skills. So, dapat daw tayo ay gumamit ng iba't ibang teaching strategies. Dapat na ipakita natin sa classroom observation na gumamit tayo ng iba't ibang teaching strategies para po ma-achieve ni learner ang literacy and numeracy skills. Regardless kung anong subject matter ang ating itinuturo. Okay? So, kailangan maipakita natin yan. So, ang means of verification uli is our COT under indicator number 2. Katulad ng Objective 1, we get outstanding or 5 if we get level 7. 4 kung level 6 or 6 points ang binigay sa atin ni rater. And then 3 if we got 5. And then 2 points naman if we got 4. And 1 point lang if we got level 3. That's for the quality. And for the efficiency, katulad din Objective 1, we get 5 points if the objective was met within the allotted time, and 3 points if it exceeded the allotted time, and 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. Pero katulad ng computation, kanina, quality lang ang kinompute. Yung COT rating lang ang kinompute. Hindi po kasama sa computation ang efficiency. Okay. So, same computation process. We go to Objective number 3 under KRA 1 pa rin. Applied a range of teaching strategies to develop critical and creative thinking as well as other higher order thinking skills. Okay? So, dapat daw tayo ay nakapag-apply ng iba't ibang teaching strategies para ma-develop ang critical and creative thinking ng ating mga mag-aaral at as well as other higher order thinking skills. Magkakaroon tayo ng bukod na video per objective kung saan magbibigay tayo ng mga example lesson plan. So, for this objective, ang titingnan lang uli natin yung ating classroom observation tool. Kaparehas na objective 1 and 2, yung ating magiging score. So, we get 5 points kung level 7, we get 4 points kung level 6, 3 points kung level 5, and 2 points for level 4, and 1 point only for level 3. Ang efficiency po ay i-observe if we met the objective within the allotted time, that's 5 points, and then 3 points if it exceeded, if the instruction exceeded the allotted time, and then poor, which is 1, if no acceptable evidence was shown. So, same computation pa rin tayo, quality lang ang kinompute. Next one for objective number 4. Under KRA 2 na po ito, Learning Environment and Diversity of Learners. Manage classroom structure to engage learners individually or in groups in meaningful exploration, discovery, and hands-on activities within a range of physical learning environments. Okay? So, kailangan daw maipakita natin na we were able to manage classroom structure. Isang ating silid-aralan was structured para ma-engage ang ating learner individually man or in group na mag-explore, mag-discover at gumawa ng mga hands-on activity within our range of physical learning environment, within our classroom. Pwede pa rin siguro lumabas sa classroom, basta it is within our range of physical learning environment. So, kailangang naipakita natin na we are able to structure our classroom or learning environment para sa ating mag-aaral on different activities. So, dito, ang ating means of verification is our classroom observation tool uli. Same computation under quality. 5 points pag 7 ang score nyo sa rating. 4 points if it is 6. 3 points if it is 5. 2 points if it is 4. And then 1 point if it is level 3. And efficiency again, ganun pa rin. 5 points if the objective was met within the allotted time. 3 points if the objective was met but instruction exceeded the allotted time, and 1 point for no acceptable evidence was shown. Same, this one, okay. So, dito sa computation na to, isa na lang ang ating i-compute. Kasi nga, for objective number 4, classroom observable indicator number 4, sa third quarter lang po na classroom observation tayo magbe-base. So, isa lang yan. Okay? So, kung ano yung score mo sa rating, so kung ano yung rating mo, equivalent score nun, yun na yung magiging RPMS rating for your quality. Next one. KRA 2 pa rin tayo, Learning Environment and Diversity of Learners. Objective number 5, manage learner behavior constructively by applying positive and non-violent discipline to ensure learning-focused environments. Okay? So, for this objective, kailangan maipakita natin during our classroom observation that we know how to manage the behavior of our learners constructively. Okay? So, dapat maipakita natin that we are very constructive sa pag-manage ng behavior ng ating mga estudyante. Of course, different students behave differently. So, we should be able to show that we can manage their behavior constructively. Paano? By applying positive and non-violent discipline. So, kailangan, regardless of their behavior, we should attend to it positively pa rin and in a non-violent way. Ano po? To ensure learning-focused environment. So, kung medyo may nagdadaldalan, how do you manage their behavior para mabalik sa yung attention nila o yung focus nila sa learning. Okay? So, for this one, means of verification is a classroom observation tool again. The same thing. Level 7. If you get level 7, you get 5 points. Pagka 6 ang rating mo, 4 points. Pag 5 ang rating mo, that's 3 points. And pag 4, that's 2 points. And pag 3, that's 1 point. Okay. For efficiency, 5 points if the objective was met within the allotted time, and 3 points if the objective was met but the instruction exceeded the allotted time, and 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. Siguro I should say na within the efficiency, kailangan may note siguro si rater dun sa classroom observation tool sa rating sheet. Siguro dapat meron doon si rater na note if we exceeded or we met the objective within the allotted time or we exceeded the allotted time. Ano po? Para proof dito sa ating scoring ng efficiency. So, same thing for Objective 5, isang rating sheet lang po for this school year. Next one, Objective number 6. Use differentiated developmentally appropriate learning experiences to address learners' gender needs, strengths, interests, and experiences. Because we all know, we have to admit and we have to prepare for it, that different learners have different strengths, needs, dependence, they have different gender, of course. So, each student has different gender, so therefore they have different needs, they have different strengths, yung tinatawag nating intelligent quotient. So, iba-iba ang level ng ating mga estudyante. They have different interests and of course, they have different experiences. So, we have to make sure na gumagamit tayo ng mga differentiated, developmentally appropriate learning experiences para sa bawat isa sa kanila. So, how do we show that we treated them according to their gender needs, strengths, and interests and experiences? So, for this objective number 6, ang means of verification pa rin natin is our classroom observation tool. So, under quality, we get 5 points pag 7 ang score natin. We get 4 points kung 6 ang rating natin. 3 points if we get 5, rating of 5, and 2 points kung 4 ang ating rating, and then 1 point kung 3 ang ating naging rating, or no acceptable evidence was shown. So, under the efficiency, ganun pa rin. Objective was met within the allotted time, we get 5 points. If we met the objective but we exceeded the allotted time, we get 3 points. And 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. So, for the computation, isa lang po ang ating rating sheet. So, this is objective number 6, third quarter. From third quarter pa rin po yung ating pagkukuhaan ng score. Objective number 6, okay? So, let's move on to objective number 7. Planned, managed, and implemented developmentally sequenced teaching and learning processes to meet curriculum requirements and varied teaching context. Okay? So, kailangan maipakita natin that we planned, managed, lahat po yun, naplano natin, and we were able to manage and implement the different developmentally sequenced teaching and learning process. Okay? Paano natin may papakita that we planned it using our lesson plan? So, kailangan makita sa lesson plan. And then, during the classroom observation, we should be able to show the observers that we were able to manage and we were able to implement yung ating sequence ng teaching and learning process. Okay? According to the curriculum requirements. So, for this one, means of verification is the classroom observation tool again. And then quality, demonstrated level 7, 5 points. Level 6, 4 points. And then kung 5 ang rating natin, that's 3 points. Kung 2 ang rating natin, that's 4 points. And 1 point kung 3 ang ating naging rating. For the efficiency, objective was met within the allotted time. That's 5 points. Objective was met pero nag-exceed ng allotted time. That's 3 points. And 1 point for no acceptable evidence was shown. Okay, for this one, we are only required again 1 classroom observation. 1 rating sheet lang po. Ayan. Dahil ang ating objective 7, classroom observable indicator number 7 will be based from our 4th quarter classroom observation. Ayan. Maliwanag po yan. Next one, curriculum and planning. Under curriculum and planning na tayo. From objective 7 is curriculum and planning din yata. Tingnan natin. Yep. So it started, KRA 3 started on objective 7. And then objective 8, participated in collegial discussions that use teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. So for this one, this is a non-classroom observable indicators. Ano po? So, non-classroom po to. So, hindi natin kukunin ang ating MOV from our classroom observation. But, the means of verification, number 1, proof of attendance in LAC session, FGDs, meetings, and other collegial discussion. Number 2, minutes of LAC session. Hindi lang proof of attendance, nagkaroon tayo ng minutes of the meeting and other collegial discussion on use of teacher and learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. And then number 3, we were able to produce reflection notes of teachers on their demonstration of teaching practices following participation from LAC session. So, nagkaroon tayo ng LAC session, FGD meeting, and other collegial discussion. So, we need to make a reflection note following which shows the demonstration ng ating natutunan, the teaching practices na natutunan natin by engaging to this different collegial discussion. Okay? Dapat daw, this should be with proof of attendance. So, hindi lang basta reflection note, dapat may kasamang proof of attendance din. And number 4, any equivalent as form document that highlights the objective. Okay. So, for this objective number 8, non-classroom observable indicator, ang performance indicator will be based on quality and timeliness. Okay? So, for the quality, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 points if we planned for enriched teaching practice based on LAC session, FGDs, meetings, other collegial discussion attended as shown in MOV 3. Okay? So, nagkaroon tayo ng reflection note kung paano tayo nag-demonstrate ng ating natutunan from this different collegial discussion, ano yung mga natutunan natin, tapos dapat may proof of attendance. So, kung makapag-attach tayo nitong reflection note na to, then we get 5 points. Now, we get 4 points if we reflected on practices during LAC session, meetings, other collegial discussion to plan, facilitate, and enrich teaching practice as shown in MOV 3. So, ang pagkakaiba nun, you get outstanding or 5 points if you planned. To yung reflection note mo, may kasamang mga plano kung paano mo i-enrich ang teaching practice base sa natutunan mo dito sa mga collegial discussion na to. You get 4 points if you only reflected. Nag-reflect ka lang doon sa mga natutunan mo. Okay? Ano yung mga natutunan mo? Sinabi mo lang ano yung mga natutunan mo. Tapos, ano yung mga hindi mo alam dati na ngayon nalaman mo na. So, nagkaroon ka lang ng reflection. Pero hindi ka nagplano kung paano mo to i-demonstrate. Okay? So, yun. Magkakaroon ka lang ng 4 points. Magkakaroon ka ng 3 points if you shared practices, teacher and learner feedback during LAC sessions, FGDs, meetings, other collegial discussions to plan, facilitate, and enrich teaching practice as shown in MOV2. So, sa MOV2, minutes of the meeting. So, dapat lumabas sa minutes of the meeting na ikaw ay nag-share ka ng practices. Okay? Ng mga teacher and learner feedback. Nag-share ka during this collegial discussion. Dapat mag-reflect yun sa minutes of the meeting. Kasi, yun ang magiging attachment mo, yung minutes of the meeting. Okay? Next one, unsatisfactory, 2 points. If you only attended this collegial discussion, okay? Nag-attend ka lang. At ang magiging MOB mo is yung MOB1, yung proof of attendance. Yun lang ang meron ka. So, 2 points ka lang doon. So, 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. Siyempre, lagi tayong, we always aim for the highest possible score. Ano po? So, in as much as we can, gusto natin laging outstanding ang score natin. So, focus tayo lagi doon. Tandaan natin that every time na mag-attend tayo ng mga LAC session, FGDs, meetings, and other collegial discussion, tandaan natin kailangan magkaroon tayo ng reflection note. And that reflection note should reflect that we planned, yung mga plano natin on how we're going to enrich teaching practices based on what we learned from this collegial discussion. So, tandaan natin lagi ha, actually, isa lang naman ang kailangan dito. We only need one, objective number 8 na tayo. Ayan. At most 4. So, ibig sabihin, every quarter, kasi we are required to have this collegial discussion every quarter. Since, diba, 2 quarters na lang ang re-require sa atin ngayong school year na to. Siguro at most 2 ito. So, yung mga aatinan natin ng mga LAC session, ngayong 3rd quarter and 4th quarter, kailangang magkaroon tayo ng reflection note which will show that we plan to enrich our teaching practice based sa natutunan natin. Okay? So, tandaan natin lagi yon. And then, for the timeliness, you get 5 points if you participated in collegial discussions that discuss teacher and learner feedback across 4 quarters. So, meron ka nitong, nakapag-participate ka ng collegial discussions sa 4 na quarter. Okay? Pero dahil for this school year, kalalabas lang ng ating TEPED memorandum, I am not sure kung i-require tayo ng ating mga past LAC session ng 1st at 2nd quarter. Hindi ako sure. Depende to sa magiging usapan sa inyong paaralan. Kung 4 ang i-require sa atin dito o 2 lang, which will be for 3rd and 4th quarter. Anyways, you get 4 points if you were able to participate in across 3 quarters. 3 points kung 2 lang, 2 quarter lang na atinan mo. You get 2 points pag isa lang, and then 1 point pag wala kang naipakitang evidence. Okay? And, ang pagko-compute dito is quality and timeliness. Katulad pa rin ng pagko-compute natin dito. I would like to correct, just got a message just right now. Dito sa ating classroom observable indicators mula classroom observation 1 hanggang 7, kung saan COT rating sheet ang ating means of verification, this computation only shows for the quality. And then we're going to have another computation for efficiency. Okay, quality and efficiency ang i-compute natin. The same way that we compute the quality, we're going to compute our score for efficiency. Okay? So, this one, quality and timeliness naman for Objective 8. Next one, Objective 9, under KRA 3 pa rin. This is another classroom observable indicator. Sa classroom observation din makukuha ang ating score. So, na objective number 9 selected, developed, organized, and used appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, to address learning goals. Okay? So, kailangan ipakita natin na tayo ay nakagawa, nakapag-develop, and we were able to organize, and nakagamit tayo ng iba't ibang appropriate teaching and learning resources. And that includes using ICT in our class demonstration or classroom observation. Okay? So, dito means of verification is our COT rating pa rin, kung saan ang rate ay quality and efficiency pa rin. So, ganun pa rin. You get 5 points kung 7 ang rating mo, 4 points kung 6, 3 points kung 5 ang rating mo, 2 points kung 4 ang rating mo, and 1 point kung 3 ang rating mo sa Classroom Observation Tool Rating Sheet. And the efficiency will be computed. You get 5 points kung ikaw ay you met the objective within the allotted time. 3 points if it exceeded the you met the objective but you exceeded the allotted time. And then 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. Okay? So that's 3, 5, that's 1 point. So, dahil ito ay classroom observable indicator, ganun pa rin ang computation natin. Isang rating sheet lang po. Ang ating objective 9 will be based on 4th quarter classroom observation. Okay? Ayan po. Fourth quarter po ang pagkukunan natin yan. So, isa lang yan. And then, we'll proceed to KRA4 na po tayo, Assessment and Reporting. So, again, this is already non-classroom observation indicators. Ano po? Non-classroom na to. So, objective number 10, design, selected. Objective number 10 is a classroom observable indicator. Ito ang ating walo. Design selected. Ito yung ating indicator number 9. Ayan. So, classroom observable indicator number 9. Ito ay objective number 10. Okay. So, design, selected, organized, and use diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment strategies consistent with curriculum requirements. So, during our classroom observation, dapat na ipakita natin na tayo ay nakapag-develop at nakapag-organize, selected and organized, at gumamit ng mga diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment. Okay? So, kailangan nakapagsagawa tayo ng both formative and summative assessment sa ating classroom observation inconsistent with the curriculum requirements. So, means of verification, classroom observation tool. So, ganun pa rin, under quality, kung ang rating mo ay 7, you get 5 points. 4 points if you get 6 rating. 3 points kung 5 ang rating mo, 2 points kung 4 ang rating mo, and then 1 point kung 3 ang rating mo. And then for efficiency, objective was met within the allotted time, you get 5 points. 3 points if you met the objective but exceeded the allotted time. And 1 point kung no acceptable evidence was shown. So, sa computation, isang rating sheet lang po ang pagbabasihan natin, and that is from fourth quarter classroom observation. Next one, under KRA4 pa rin, Assessment and Reporting. KRA4 pa rin tayo. Objective number 11, this is a non-classroom observable indicator. Monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement using learner attainment data. Okay? So, dapat we were able to monitor at na-evaluate natin ang progress ng ating learner and their achievement using yung kanilang mga attainment data. So, what are the means of verification? We only need one. Isa lang po dito sa mga given means of verification. So, we can either use individual learning monitoring plan, peer assessment data, sample of learners' output with reflection or self-assessment, progress charts or anecdotal records, class or e-class record or grading sheets, lesson plan showing index of mastery. Diba dun sa lesson plan natin sa baba, meron tayo dun part ng index of mastery, so pwede natin gamitin yon. Frequency of errors with identified least or most mastered skills, ginagawa natin to every quarterly examination. And then, any equivalent ALS form document that highlights the objective. For example, Individual Learning Agreement, ILA, o kaya yung ALS Assessment Form 2. And then, others. So, pag wala dyan ang binigay natin, we have to specify and provide annotations. So, for these non-classroom observable indicators, the performance indicator will be based on the quality and timeliness. So, we get 5 points under the quality if we involve learners in monitoring and evaluation of their own progress and achievement. Isinama ba natin ang ating mga learner? Sila ba ay aware? Alam ba nila how we monitor and evaluate their own progress? So, kailangang mapatunayan mo yan dito sa means of verification na ipapakita mo. Paano mo mapapatunayan yon? For example, ang ginamit natin na means of verification is individual learning monitoring plan. For example, we are doing ILMP for each student. Lalo na yung medyo slow learner. Okay? So, kailangan meron tayong individual learning monitoring plan sa kanila. So how are we going to prove that we involve them in the monitoring and evaluation of their own progress and achievement? Siguro itong individual learning monitoring plan, kailangan signed ng ating student. Okay? So, naipaliwanag natin sa kanila and then we let them sign it. So, that would show na sila ay in-involve natin. So, that will give us 5 points. So, we get 4 points are very satisfactory if we monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement based on attainment data from an individual learner. Okay? So, nakapagpakita tayo ng ating pag-monitor at pag-evaluate ng learner individually. Okay? So, isa-isang individual learning monitoring plan na ipakita natin. So, that will give us 4 points. Nag-monitor tayo, nag-evaluate ng isang learner at a time. And then, we were able to show that means of verification. So, ang isang individual learning monitoring plan would give you 4 points. Next one, satisfactory, if 3 points, if we monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement based on the class attainment data. Okay? So, nakapagpakita tayo ng means of verification, pero ito ay within the class or the whole class. So, siguro na ang napakita natin is yung e-class record, diba? Or yung grading sheet. That's for the whole class, okay? Hindi siya considered individually. Hindi natin ginawa yung monitoring and evaluation individually, but for the whole class. So, that's 3 points. 2 points if we monitored and evaluated learner progress and achievement based on existing grade level or department or learning area report. So, mas malakihan na. Hindi na lang per class, kundi within the grade level. Okay? So, siguro ang ating pwedeng pakita dito, yung ating lesson plan showing index of mastery. Kung yun ang naipakita natin. So, doon nakalagay yung per grade level. Per class ata yun. Anyway, kung ang naipakita natin ay pangkalahatan, pang isang buong grade level, then we get unsatisfactory or 2 points. And 1 point for no acceptable evidence was shown. Anyway, hindi naman natin target tong 2 points na to. Huwag natin targetin doon. Let us always aim high. Doon lagi tayo sa outstanding. So, or we always aim for the highest possible score. So, yes, ang timeliness naman, we can compute for the timeliness. The score will be 5 points. If we submitted MOBs, or shows monitoring evaluation done across 4 quarters. So, yung pinakita nating MOV, meron tayong 4 na ganun. Okay? So, we get 5 points. Kung 3 lang, ang nakapakita natin na MOV, that is for 1 for each quarter, 3 quarter lang yung nagawa natin, that's 4 points. And then, if it is across 2 quarters lang, that's 3 points. If we've only done 1 quarter, that's 2 points. And 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. Okay? So, yun. Ganun lang. Kailangan lang makapagpakita tayo ng 4. I am not sure if we will be required for 4 since we're going to start this implementation on the 3rd quarter. O i-require ba tayo ng 2? Depends on your school or your rater or observer. Pero pwede naman tayo magpakita ng 4 nito. Kasi of course, we have this different means of verification ng 1st and 2nd quarter din naman. I'm sure may hawak din tayo niyan. Okay, let's move on to objective number 12. Ayan, malapit na tayo matapos. Assessment and reporting pa rin po ito. And this is another non-classroom observable indicator. So, objective number 12, communicated promptly and clearly the learner's needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders including parents and guardians. Naipapaliwanag ba natin? Nasasabi ba natin straight away kung kailan yung needs, kung kailan yung nakita yung pangangailangan, kung kailan yung progress, yung achievement, promptly na ipabahagi ba natin agad-agad at sa maliwanag na paraan sa ating mga key stakeholders. And that includes our parents and guardians. Another key stakeholders is our community, di ba? Yung ating ding mga, ang ating school head or school management, pwede rin yun. Halimbawa, meron tayong pangangailangan ng isang learner na i-report ba na agad natin to sa concerned person within the school. Okay? So, means of verification, any one of the following: a sample of corrected test paper of a learner in a learning area with parents or guardian's signature and date of receipt. So, kung tayo ay may test paper, corrected test paper, sa ating nakapag-exam tayo, na-correct na natin, na-check na natin yan. Tapos, we let the parents or guardian sign yung ating test paper. Tapos, lalagyan din nila ng date dapat. Pag nag-sign, may date. So, tandaan yun, pag magpapa-exam, pagkatapos ma-check, yung test paper ay ipapadala natin kay parent, papipirmahan with date. Okay? Another one, minutes of meetings with key stakeholders with proof of attendance. So, pwede rin means of verification natin yung ating meetings with our parents, yung mga PTA meeting, SGC, SPT, CPC, So, yan. Kailangan lang may proof of attendance. Next one, report card with parents, guardian signature in all quarters supported by minutes of the meeting. So, yung ating mga report card na pirmado ng ating mga parents every quarter. Communication with key stakeholders. For example, parents, guardians, co-teachers, LGU, using various modalities. Tayo ba ay nakikipag-usap sa ating mga key stakeholders using various modalities? Text message, diba? Messenger, diba? Through messenger or through calls. Kailangan mapatunayan natin. Another one, anecdotal record showing entries per quarter. So, yung ating mga anecdotal record. Next, an equivalent ALS form document that highlights the objective and others. Kung iba pa dyan ang ating maibibigay, we have to specify and provide annotations. Okay? For this objective, we are the performance indicator under quality. You get 5 points. If you sustained engagement through regular communication of learners' needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders, including parents, guardians, as shown in the MOB submitted. Tayo ba ay nakapag-sustain ng engagement through regular communication? Regular, paano natin magiging mapapatunayan na regular? Every quarter ba? Lahat ba ng exam natin na ipapadala natin sa ating parents at napapapirmahan sa kanila with date? So, kung meron tayong 4 na exam, on that same subject area, same student, 4 for every quarter na napapirmahan natin sa parent, then that is regular already. Okay? Regular na yon. 4 yun, kompleto yun. You get 5 points. But you get 4 points if you communicated promptly and clearly using various tools and strategies, learners' needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders, including parents, guardians, as shown in MOB submitted. Kung ang ating naipakita lang is we communicate. Nakikipag-communicate tayo. Okay? Pero walang engagement. Ibig sabihin, walang palitan ng walang engagement, walang palitan ng ideas. Halimbawa ay nakipag-communicate ka, sumagot ba si parent? Meron bang response? So, ano yung ginawa ni parent? So, anong ginawa mo with the response of the parent? So, dapat may engagement para makakuha ka ng 5 points. If you only communicate, nakipag-communicate ka lang, 4 points lang yon. Okay? Walang engagement. 3 points if you communicated promptly and clearly using only one strategy. Isa lang dyan ang ginamit mo. Okay? So, 3 points lang yon. You get 2 points if you communicated learners' needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders, but not regularly. Hindi regular ang iyong pakikipag-communicate. Okay? So, that's 2 points. And 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. For the timeliness, you get 5 points if you showed prompt communication of learners' needs, progress, and achievement across 4 quarters. So, katulad kanina sa objective number 11, 4 dapat every quarter. 4 points kung 3 quarters lang, 3 points kung 2 quarters lang, and 2 points kung 1 quarter lang, and 1 point kung wala kang ipakitang evidence. So this time for KRA 5, Personal Growth and Professional Development, objective number 13. Apply the personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. So, meron din tayo nito nung nakaraan nating RPMS, yung ating personal philosophy of teaching at paano natin to ina-apply sa ating pagtuturo in a learner-centered manner. Okay? So, paano natin mapapatunayan? The means of verification is a reflection or journal entry. Kailangan meron tayong reflection note at journal entry that highlights the application of a learner-centered teaching philosophy in the lesson plan or community work. Okay? So, kailangan may reflection tayo. So, for this objective, the performance indicator, under quality, we get 5 points. If we submitted an MOV, yun yung reflection at journal entry, na that details the consistent involvement of learners in the teaching-learning process resulting from the application of a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. So, dun sa reflection note natin, dapat na i-detalye natin that we consistently involve our learners sa ating teaching-learning process. This is based on the personal philosophy of teaching na ginagamit natin. And this personal philosophy of teaching should always be learner-centered. Okay? So, dapat detalyado dun sa ating reflection kung paano natin isinasama, laging kasama involvement of learners sa ating teaching-learning process. Okay? We get 4 points if we submitted this MOV that reflects involvement of learners in the teaching-learning process resulting from the application of personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. Anong pagkakaiba? So, we only get 4 points if we only reflect on the involvement. Sinabi lang natin, ito ay makakatulong sa ating mga estudyante, mga ganon. This would help the student in the teaching-learning process, blah, blah, blah. Reflection lang. Hindi natin dinetalye kung paano ba natin in-involve mismo ang ating estudyante. Okay? Kasi yung detalyado, 5 points yun. Kung nag-reflect ka lang, 4 points ka lang. Then you get 3 points if you submitted this reflection or journal entry that shows the application of a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. Meron kang personal philosophy of teaching which is learner-centered at sinabi mo dun sa journal entry mo how you show the application. Okay? So, binanggit mo lang kung paano mo ginagawa yung application ng personal philosophy of teaching mo. You get 2 points naman if you submitted this reflection or journal entry that indicates a personal philosophy of teaching that is not learner-centered. Gumamit ka ng personal teaching philosophy na hindi learner-centered. You only got 2 points. And then 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. Under the timeliness, magkakaroon ka ng 5 points, katulad pa rin kanina. If you were able to produce these reflection notes across 4 quarters. Magkakaroon ka ng 4 points if you just did this reflection, if you produce this reflection across 3 quarters only, and then you will get 3 points if you did it for 2 quarters lang, and then 2 points kung 1 quarter lang, and 1 point if no acceptable evidence was shown. So, lagi tayong, we always aim for the highest possible score, so as much as possible, every quarter tayo ay mag-reflect. Next one, for objective number 14, under KRA 5 pa rin, set professional development goals based on the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. Okay? Meron din tayo nito nung nakaraan nating RPMS. So, ang means of verification natin, number 1, certification from the ICT coordinator or school head or focal person in charge of ESAT. So, kailangan na-certify nila that we already accomplished our self-assessment tool. Number 2, IPCRF development plan. Ito naman ay ginagawa natin sadya. Hindi naman natin matatapos ang ating IPCRF nang walang individual development plan. Next, number 3, mid-year review form. Tayo ba ay nakapagsagawa ng mid-year review form? And then number 4, updated IPCRF development plan from phase 2. So, yung development plan, ginagawa natin sa phase 2, dapat, the fourth means of verification, were we able to update it sa ating final submission? Nagkaroon ba ng update? So, for this objective, number 14, the performance indicators are based on quality, efficiency, and timeliness. So, tatlo po yan. So, under quality, we get 5 points if we updated professional development goals during phase 2 of the RPMS cycle as evidenced by MOV4. Nakapagpakita tayo na meron tayong IPCRF development plan during phase 2 at iyon ay na-update natin. Okay? So, yun ang papakita natin para magkaroon tayo ng 5 points. Magkakaroon tayo ng 4 points if we discuss progress on professional development goals with the rater during the mid-year review as evidenced by MOB3. Kung MOB3 ang mapapakita natin, 4 points. 3 points kung ang MOB2 ang ating maipapakita. Set professional development goals based on ESAT. So, galing sa ESAT, gumawa tayo ng IPCRF development plan during phase 2. That is 3 points. 2 points if we only accomplish the ESAT, which is we only submitted means of verification number 1. And then, 1 point kung wala tayong na-submit na evidence. Under the efficiency, we will get 5 points if we submitted 4 acceptable MOVs. Lahat yung 4 na yan, meron tayo. We get 5 points. Kung 3 lang dyan ang meron tayo, we get 4 points. Kung 2 lang dyan ang meron tayo, we get 3 points. Kung 1 lang dyan ang meron tayo, we get 2 points. At kung wala tayong kahit ano dyan, we get 1 point. For the timeliness, we will get 5 points if all 4 submitted MOBs were accomplished within the prescribed RPMS phase. Okay? So, sabi nga, ang ating ESAT ay isinasagawa during phase 1. Okay, phase 1 yung ESAT natin. That is a few days before start of school year. So, pero since kalalabas lang naman itong MOV, itong DepEd memorandum na to, depends upon the agreement in the school between the ratee and the raters, if it will be required yung mag-follow sa RPMS cycle. Ano? Anyway, dapat daw, yung 4 na maipapakita natin ay naka-follow sa RPMS cycle. So, yung ESAT during phase 1, yung IPCRF-DP during phase 2, mid-year review form during phase 3, and then yung updated IPCRF-DP during phase 4. Next one, very satisfactory 4 points if 3 lang din sa submitted MOBs natin ang na-accomplish natin within the prescribed RPMS phase. Ibig sabihin yung isa medyo na late. Okay? Halimbawa, nagawa natin yung ESAT during phase 2 na. So, late na siya. Yung 3 na lang ang na-accomplish natin within the prescribed RPMS phase. So, 3 points lang. So, katulad ngayon, ang ESAT natin ay hindi pa lumalabas. So, hindi na siya magpo-fall sa within the prescribed RPMS phase kasi ang ESAT dapat dun sa phase 1. Supposedly nasa phase 3 na tayo by this time. Mid-year na to eh. Okay? So, depends on the agreement of within your school. 2 points if we 3 points if we only accomplish this means of verification within the prescribed RPMS phase. Ulit. If we get 3 points, if 2 of the submitted MOBs, 2 lang dyan sa 4 na yan, ang naka-follow within the prescribed RPMS phase, and 2 points kung isa lang dyan ang naka-follow within the prescribed RPMS phase. And 1 point kung no acceptable evidence was shown. So, importante, I am speaking of the next school year, no? Importante po na per quarter or first per RPMS phase ay nasusundan natin, nafa-follow natin itong mga activities na kailangan natin within different RPMS phase. And the last one is our plus factor Objective number 15. Perform various related works, activities that contribute to the teaching learning process. So, ito yung mga sinagawa nating mga iba't iba pang trabaho and activities that contribute to the teaching learning process. Ito yung mga extracurricular natin na mga ginagawa. So, means of verification, any one of the following. Committee involvement as module or learning material writer or validator, involvement as a resource person, speaker, learning facilitator in the RO, STO, school-initiated TV, radio-based instruction. Next one, book or journal authorship, co-authorship, contributorship, advisorship, coordinatorship, or chairpersonship, participation in demonstration teaching, participation as research presenter in a forum or conference, mentoring of pre-service in-service teachers, conducted research within the waiting period, and others. Okay? So, pag wala dyan yung na-submit natin, it should be with annotation on how it contributed to the teaching learning process. So, for objective number 15, performance indicator will be calculated according to quality, efficiency, and timeliness as well. So, under the quality, we will get 5 points. If we performed at least one related work, isa lang po dyan sa mga yan or activity that can contributed to the teaching learning process beyond the school or community learning center as evidenced by the submitted MOV. Okay? So, nagawa tayo ng isa dyan which is beyond the school. Sa labas ng school. Okay? District, division, regional. Pag po ganun ang na-submit natin, that will give us 5 points. 4 points naman if we performed one of these related works within the school. So, sa school-wide. So, 3 points naman if it is within the learning area or within our department lang. Hindi siya school-wide. Sa ating department lang yung ating na-perform na activity as means of verification. 2 points if we only did this within the class. Classroom-based. Okay, 2 points lang yan. And 1 point kung no acceptable evidence was shown. Under the efficiency, we'll get 5 points if we submitted MOV that details the achieved positive contribution to the teaching learning process as evidenced by the annotation provided. Okay? So, halimbawa, meron tayong isa dyan, for example, committee involvement na ginawa natin within the school. For example, so that gives us quality, 4 points. So, dapat makakuha tayo ng 5 points sa efficiency kung meron tayong annotation. Nakapaglagay tayo ng annotation kung paano natin, i-detail natin dun sa annotation kung paano natin na-achieve yung positive contribution to the teaching learning process. Okay? 4 points naman if we submitted MOV that details the perceived positive contribution to the teaching learning process. So, ang pagkakaiba niyan, yung annotation mo ay nag-detail lang ng mga perceived positive contribution. Ano yung magiging positive contribution. Unlike dun sa outstanding, sa 5 points, ang i-detalye mo, ano mismo ang na-achieve na positive contribution. Dito naman sa 4 points, yung hiniisip mo na pwedeng ma-achieve na positive contribution to the teaching learning process nung isinagawa mong activity. You get 3 points under efficiency if you submitted MOV that shows reasonable interlap with the actual teaching learning process as evidenced in the annotation provided. So, yung annotation mo ay nagpakita lang ng reasonable interlap. Ano yung connection? Napakita lang ano yung connection nung ginawa mong activity sa teaching learning process. So, ganun lang ang annotation mo. Next, unsatisfactory 2 points if you submitted MOV that shows considerable overlap with hence significantly affecting the performance of the actual teaching learning process. Okay? So, nagpakita ka lang dun sa annotation mo na meron namang connection. Yung ginawang activity sa teaching learning process. And then 1 point kung walang acceptable evidence na naipakita. For the timeliness, submitted MOBs were distributed across 4 quarters. So, dapat daw per quarter meron tayo nito. Ano ba yan? Ang sakit yata sa ulo nito. 4 na quarter, you get 5 points. Sa 3 quarter mo lang nagawa, you get 4 points. 2 quarters mo lang nagawa, you get 3 points. 1 quarter lang, you get 2 points. And 1 point kung wala kang nagawa. Okay? So, dapat every quarter meron tayong na-perform na related work or activity that contribute to the teaching learning process. Every quarter dapat meron tayong nagagawa nito. At bawat ginagawa natin dapat laging may annotation. Kung paano to nakakatulong, nakakapag-contribute sa ating teaching learning process. Okay? So, medyo madugo na itong ating plus factor this time. Kasi may quality, efficiency, and timeliness. Anyway, kayang-kaya natin yan. Basta pinagpaplanuhan, kayang-kaya natin yan. So, that is the summarized explanation of our RPMS tool for Proficient Teachers. That is Teachers 1 to 3 for school year 2022 to 2023. So, kung meron po kayong questions, suggestions, comments, corrections, tatanggapin po natin lahat yan. You can put that on our comment box. And if you want to be part of the shout out for our next video, you can put that on our comment. Lahat magko-comment po dito sa video na to until I make the next video ay mapapasama sa ating pa-shout out. Dahil ang ating next video naman is a summarized explanation of the RPMS tool for highly proficient teachers, that is Master Teacher 1, 2, 3, and 4. For school year 2022 to 2023, okay? Yun po yung ating next na video. Pagkatapos po nun, saka po natin iisa-isahin ang bawat objective for a proficient teacher and then next for highly proficient teacher. So, mahaba-habang RPMS serye po itong ating gagawin ngayong taon na to. Kasi bagong-bago ang ating DepEd Memorandum. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you do so. And huwag nyo nang kalimutang mag-subscribe and hit that notification bell. Kasi ang dami na nating sunod-sunod na magiging video after this. Dahil we are on with our RPMS serye. We are so very on with our RPMS serye. Game na tayo. Bubuhin na natin ang ating RPMS portfolio for this school year. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again on our next video. God bless everyone and keep safe.